These are the days of our lives. These are the days of our lives. You live in yours, I live mine. Take that bitch, break that bitch, stack your chips. They say we living like savages.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Brother to Brother podcast with me, JG, and my brother.
Show.
And this is the Brother to Brother podcast, episode 27. Yeah, season 2. We
Season
staying
2.
strong.
Is it 27 or is it 28?
27, I believe, because we
Well, we stopped
no,
on
it is
20.
28.
It's 28.
God damn it. All right, we got running
Okay.
back.
Nah, fuck it. That's staying. What you mean?
Shit. It got me. I don't think, hey, that's, you know what? That's crazy. It would be 28 to fuck up on. But I ain't fucked up, y'all. I ain't fucked up one of them.
Nah.
So now I gotta beat that streak. So 27 consecutive. The streak ended at episode 28. You bitch you. All right. Yeah, man. So now we gotta beat that, y'all. I'm gonna make sure that the next streak is longer than 27 consecutives.
Nigga acting like Joe Budden. Nigga don't know.
Damn.
Nigga don't know what motherfucking episode he on. Oh, 27.
That just goes to show you. Look, that just goes to show you, y'all. So before we get into the podcast, that's a great icebreaker for what I feel like my week was. You feel me? So I'm beat. Okay, I don't even know what day of the week it is. If it wasn't for the fact that no cap, if it wasn't for the fact that I looked at my phone yesterday and seen that there was a like 283 missed messages or some shit like that from the group chat, I wouldn't even have known it was Sunday and football was going on. That's how, because I know you noticed I wasn't involved or inactive, you know what I'm saying, in any of that conversation yesterday. So, but looking at it, let me know, like, oh shit, it's actually Sunday. But I say that to say, man, it was a wild week. Okay, I'm talking about, y'all. We talked about my fish before. When we left the show, in season 1, I believe I only had like 5 fish tanks, maybe 6, right? And that was wild. It got up to 10, y'all. I got up to 10 fish tanks. Okay. Decided, you know what? Let's downsize tank number, you feel me, but upgrade the tank. So I ended up getting another tank, a 125. So I have a 150 that's behind me back there, and then I have a 125, which I'm sitting to right now. But
you gotta explain to the layman's what that means, you know, how
so
many that can
125, yeah.
hold. And
So when I say 150, that's 150 gallon. Okay, 150 gallons of water that could be held in there. That's not including sand that you would put in there, any of the, you know, plants, any of the ornaments that you're gonna put in there. And then there's an old rule of thumb of, you know, an inch of fish per gallon of water or something like that. I don't really follow those guidelines whatsoever. A lot of my fish tanks are overstocked, and probably past capacity. But with the success I've had with the fish tanks, I don't ever really trip off of what motherfuckers have to say about that. I don't lose a lot of fish. I have about 4 to 5 filters going in every single one of my tanks, so there's plenty of oxygen and stuff like that going in there to the fish. So, you know, and they all get along. I have a hierarchy of aggressive, non-aggressive to algae eating fish, all types of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but getting back to getting my ass beat, right? Downsizing 10 tanks to what I got now, 5 tanks, bro. It was just so much work because you have to. I started this project at 9 a.m.
mm-hmm.
on a Monday, I believe. I ended the project at 9 a.m. on Tuesday morning. Yes, sir. And it. I can't even put it in the word. Like, it was satisfying as fuck at the end, but my body was just beat, and I didn't recover from that. That one day of staying up destroyed my whole week. It put me back. Bro, one day of 24 hours of being up put me back a whole week on sleep, on health. I feel like just
Absolutely.
everything, bro. Like it beat my ass, and it's crazy to think that back in the day, like that shit was. And I say back in the day, like I'm hella old, but like literally, like my early 20s, right? Early 20s,
If you remember
even
Rocco's
mid
Modern
20s.
Life, you old, bro. that's, that's what.
but but no bullshit. Like I used to be able to do that shit. They even stay up 2 days in a row type shit. And not on no drugs. I was never no drug addict, nothing like that. Just literally being able to do it because I was either grinding, whatever it was I was doing, I was just okay with doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? And then just to have that happen, and mind you, a lot of it could have been because it was a lot of physical labor, a lot of lifting, you know what I'm saying, moving shit up and down stairs. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to my girl. She thugged it out with me. You know, my girl weighed like 100 pounds and she out here picking up fucking 55-gallon fish tanks with me, holding them up the stairs and the stands and all the shit. You feel me? But we got it done, knocked it out. I assembled a TV stand within that time frame too for my brand new 75 inch. So it's just like, man, you know, it was all worth it. Shit's looking nice now, shit's looking plush, but it literally set me back a whole week, and I didn't know where I was within that whole week. So we're here. That's the reason. I know it's lengthy, but that's the reason for my fuck up.
Hey, no,
I
man.
didn't know I didn't know where nothing was at. Okay, this
You know
whole week
what?
I didn't know
That
where nothing was
I'm gonna tell you that actually takes us right into I think the first topic of discussion, and that is brother to brother. Are we too old to be getting drunk? Because as you speaking, I'm sitting there like, you know what? This
at.
motherfucker sound like me when I be having to clean the pool, bro. I'm telling you, when I first listen, anybody who has a pool in your home, great. You sound like a big shot. You sound like, oh yeah, you just doing the but if you don't have somebody that's cleaning that shit for you, you're gonna be hot. You feel me? Now
Mm,
I had it.
mm,
I we had a pool man. I didn't like giving a person $120 for some work I know I could get up and do myself. That's why you
mm.
feel me. That's why at a certain point I was like, you know what? Nah, I don't need no pool man. You know, but it be days that algae build up or something. You know what I'm saying? Or like right now when it's windy and rainy and you got a bunch of fucking leaves just going in your shit and you like, I'm gonna have to clean all of that shit out. I'm gonna have to get it out. Then you got to take out the filter,
Bullshit.
clean that shit out, put that shit back in, put the motherfucking the pool sand in there. You got to put all these different chemicals in there. And by the time I do that, the missus be looking at me like, "You want to go to Target?" No, no, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do anything in life. Right now I just want to just lay here and just slowly go into sleep mode because I'm done. But I say that to say, bruh, are we too old to be getting drunk? And y'all brought it up. Y'all brought it up this morning. It was funny. It was funny that that our brother MD, Marlon Coward, he was on last season with us. He brought it up, but the last time that I was with him, bro, we might have had probably like 5 drinks. 5 drinks don't seem like that much for us,
Yeah.
but towards the end of the night, you like, this thing kind of hitting. What
Like,
you
hold
putting
on.
here, bro? He like, nah, bro. I've been putting the same amount as I was putting the first time. For real, shit kind of strong.
Yeah, that I don't feel like it.
Don't feel like this shit. Nah, you put something else in there. So yeah, bro. Are we at that point where we're too old to be getting drunk?
I say yes and no. The no part of it would just to say like special occasions, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's still acceptable. You feel me? We just have to know, right, at the point we're at in our life that it's gonna hit you different tomorrow. Like
Can you
whether you
not to cut
it,
you off? Can you categorize levels of drunk for the listeners? You feel me?
uh,
Like
my
what?
levels of drunk. All right,
Because drunk is like Like, nigga, I don't know how I
Yeah,
got to this
yeah. I
point.
don't know
You feel
where.
me?
Yeah, yeah. So there's
Like, why is there a cat laying next to me when I
there's
wake up?
Buzz, right? There's Buzz, right? And there's Perk. I mean,
Yeah.
there's different Buzz. You'd be like, because I feel like I can catch a little buzz off like a shot. It's because it's getting in your
Okay.
system. You feel that little one that
So
warm
that's
you up.
just
You
a
be like, ooh,
tingle. It's just a
ooh,
tingle.
yeah. You feel just a
Yeah.
little buzz, like, ooh, oh, hold on, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
And if I take another one, I know the buzz is for sure gonna hit, right? And then after buzz to me is Perk. Perk is like, it's there. It's in my system. I feel it. I'm good. Everything's good. Nothing's changed yet. You know what I'm saying? Everything's still working how it needs to. I'm not, as my brothers was saying last night, I'm not emphasizing my words, trying to make sure that I'm saying everything correctly. Okay, you know what I'm saying? I'm still speaking how I speak. You know what I mean. So after Perk, then I would say there is for me. Then there's my drunk. Okay, so after Perk, I'm drunk.
Yeah.
When I'm drunk, I don't want to say I had a wobbles, but you feel they're inner wobbles, where
Yes.
you're like, okay, you're starting to get a little. You know what I'm saying? You get that occasional
That
where your
occasional
vision go
sway.
slightly. You be like, "Woo, okay, hold on, hey, try to play it off a little move or something. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But I can still get down. I can still dance. I can still converse. I'm still not talking crazy. I might talk a little louder. My octave went up a little bit. Okay, I'm a little more excited than I was before that. You know what I'm saying? That's drunk me, and then that's fucked up, which
Yeah,
would be
that's drunk
drunk. The
drunk.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
that's
Okay,
drunk drunk.
fucked up is nigga. I'm drinking still, knowing that I'm going to vomit at the end of this shit. This is me like I'm literally looking at the shot, taking it with my niggas, and I'm like, yep, that was that was the one. That was the one. I hope y'all know that there's no going back. I already took it. Yeah, let's take another one. Fuck it. Might as well, right? Because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. I'm going down. It is
Facts.
over. And fucked up me is cold because fucked up me knows he's fucked up. So that's exactly the attitude. Like, yeah, like I'm here now. So there's no turning back. It can't get worse, right? It can't get any worse than this. I'm gonna go home and I'm going to mommy. Like
Yeah.
that is going to have. There's nothing I can do about that now. It's gonna happen. So fuck it. You know
So
what I'm
what's
saying?
the
Fuck it.
what's the age or what's the moment where you like, you know what? I'm too old to do that type of drunk.
Oh, that was last year. Last year. Because I'm trying to do it a cut. And let me say 2019, right? Like so
Yeah,
2009, my
19. Yeah,
year
yeah.
29, going into my 30th year, I was like, oh yeah, no, mm-mm. And thank God, it's almost like thank God for COVID because right, my birthday is March 25th. The world shut down March 17th.
Yeah.
I was I was planning on getting fucked up for my birthday. Like, and it was my birthday. So like I was really gonna get fucked up, like do some extravagant shit. Right? Didn't get to do that. I partied later on, you feel me,
Hmm.
at subtle little get-togethers with my folks and shit like that. Um for like other people's birthdays and got fucked up, you feel me? And it wasn't even for me. And my body was telling me, like, nigga, like, no, what are you doing? We don't do this no more. And then it's like one of those things, right? It's like you don't take 3.5 years or 3 years off of heavy drinking and then just hop back in it and be like,
Nah,
yeah, like no, that's
this ain't no bicycle.
no. You, you gotta ease your way. You need to sip some beer, go to IPA,
Yeah.
mixed drink. You know, there's levels to getting up to. Oh, we just taking shot for shot. So
Yeah.
I think that was another part of it too. Is like I used to being in the music scene, drinking all the time, being in the club. I used to be able to handle that shit like early 20s. You know what I'm saying? Mid 20s, and it was nothing. Took some time off, didn't do that, disappeared from the scene, didn't kick it with the same friends I was kicking it with that was partying, reignited with those friends, started coming around again, and just thought like, yeah, we're gonna do what I shouts out to Fonzie and
Mm-mm.
them. You know what I'm saying? Fonzie party king. You feel me? And I hang. Don't get me wrong. I'm back to hanging now, but boy, there was nigga coming home hurt. Like, and this is what I say too, right? I've never I've never been blackout drunk to where I got so drunk that I didn't remember shit. You feel me? So that's
Yeah.
why I said like for me, my level that's why my level of fucked up is I'm going to be sick. And if I'm going to be sick, then I know tomorrow I'm going to be sick. Like I'm gonna be hurt, recovery mode. And I hate that recovery can be a whole day. Like, why
Shit.
can't I do anything? Like I can't do shit, nothing. Anything I do make me want to just feel like death. Like no amount of electrolytes make it speed up. I done sip Gatorade, Pedialyte, fuck around and my nigga finally got a bottle of liquid IV at the house. Like
That's when you know it's serious. You're a at that point, you're a
you feel
professional drinker, nigga. That's not
you feel me?
you
Like
should not
my
have
nigga
that.
like so it's like, bruh, yes, in my opinion, we're too old to be getting fucked up.
Come on.
And even my guys, we've had the talk, you feel me? Um of that. Like, yeah, we need to slow down. You feel me? So and we have
Yeah.
so where it's like, I'm sipping shit. I'm drinking White Claws now. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
leave me alone. I'm finna drink. I don't want no headache. I don't want nothing. I don't want to feel bloated. I'm a piss just like I would drinking a beer anyway. Fuck it. Yep. Run the White Claws. Run them
Yeah.
in. Run the whole variety pack. It's
Look,
good.
I feel
But
like
nah.
I'm with you on that. I feel like at this point, yeah, motherfuckers is definitely too old to do it. I I've never been a fan of getting there. I love Joe breakdown because it's very, very similar to mine. You feel me? Buzz, you're gonna take one shot, and yeah, you might feel a little tingle on your tongue. You know, you feel it
Mm-hmm.
in the back of your throat, like Martin used to do. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He do it, but that ain't
Yeah.
really the perking. You know, that's when you feel like, oh no, this in my system. You feel me? Like
Mm-hmm.
I can feel it. Drunk to me, absolutely. You start to slurring. You know, most people just get out of character. I'm glad that I'm never one of those people that have gotten drunk or or on, and because that's how I do it. I'll be like, Buzz, you feel me? You perking, and then you on, which is yo drunk. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, this nigga on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then drunk, like you said, is fucked up, bro. You like you gone, bro. Like there's no nigga, there's a on and then there's a gone, nigga. He is gone. It ain't nothing else. You know what I'm saying? Nothing is saving him tonight from tomorrow's headache. Nothing that
Ain't
he does.
no coming back,
I don't
bro.
give a fuck. I don't give a fuck how much bread you try to get this nigga. He is not coming back from this one.
Mm-mm.
Tomorrow he gonna be hurting. You feel me? But yeah, man. I feel like at a certain point, I just was like, I don't want to wake up and have to feel because in the moment you be good. You like, man, nigga, I'm solid. I ain't worried about none of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll deal with it in the morning. But it is when you wake up and you like, God damn, I gotta piss. God damn, I gotta shit so much. I ain't even eating nothing like that. Why am I shitting so much? All I had was 6 wings. Nigga, why am I shitting so much? You feel me? The throwing up part, I can only remember, one time when I had to throw up, and you know what that was, and that was years ago. I ain't never really had to throw up. I ain't never really had to throw up being on like
I
nah.
can't say this about that part.
Huh.
I'm There's been plenty of time. Okay, about the throwing up, right? Let me just address this, y'all. Bailey, cut that shit out. Hey, hey. Um, the throwing up part, I make myself throw up. Okay, and
You
I
purging.
do that shit. Yes, because I fucking hate the loop de loop, the fucking the wobble. I hate all that shit. So when it gets to the point to where those sensations are just so overwhelming, bro, that's when I know my body's telling me like, bro, you need to get some of this shit out your system, or you just gonna have to deal with this shit. And I feel like if I deal with that shit, I'm gonna get so fucking dizzy, that I'm gonna throw up anyway. So I just be like, fuck doing this shit to my body, nigga. Fuck sitting here and having this mental battle with myself. That's the part that I hate the most,
Yes.
right? Because there's been times where I've been in the car, right, on the freeway and shit, and I've been fucked up, and I haven't like niggas ain't just gonna want to pull over every time you want to
Mm-hmm.
throw up type shit. You feel me? Like, so there's been times where I've had to battle the loop de loops in my head, and swallowing my own spit because my mouth wants to start to start to
nigga,
salivate so it can get right.
nigga
I'm
doing
like,
that heavy breath.
yeah.
Oof.
Nigga trying to lean to the side, like, bro, like, I'm not doing that, bro. No, nope. Fuck all that shit. Let's go to the bathroom right now. Handle this shit, nigga. Fuck it. Let's get straight to what you really want, buddy. Let's get straight to what you really want,
Let's
buddy.
get this
We
shit
gonna get
out.
straight to it. We gonna get
Let's
straight
get
to
this
it, man.
shit out.
Fuck it,
Yeah,
nigga. We gonna get
I,
straight to
I ain't gonna lie, bro.
it.
If you own when, like you said, when you start having that mental battle with yourself, and it be like a mental preparation in a sense. Like, because at a certain point, right? At a certain point, a motherfucker, you might take 3-4 drinks, right? And on that fourth drink, you start to have that mental preparation to be like, wait a minute, where's the bathroom out of here? I might have to escape from this shit. What do they got food in this motherfucker? Did nobody order no pizza? Oh, damn.
Did I
I'm
eat
gonna have to
today?
go get.
I didn't eat
Yeah,
today.
that's
I didn't eat today.
that's what you
God
said.
damn it.
You start having
God
those
damn it.
that mental prep with yourself, like, you know what? You go through the checklist, like, yeah, I'm probably gonna be fucked up. I'm
But
probably
I
gonna
did
be
have them
fucked up.
legs. I did have
Yeah.
them legs before I
Them
got
leg
here.
and them hella greasy. I should be all right. But you know what? Where the fuck is the nearest Carl's Jr. at?
Yeah,
Damn, I'm gonna
bro.
have, and then it's cold because you better hope you got a willing participant as a partner. And I'm not just talking about for like your woman. I'm talking about for the night. Like if you go out with your brother and you like, but he the brother that nigga want to stay at the party because there's some bitches there. You gonna have a tough time. Like this nigga don't really drink. You feel me? He don't really drink. So when you own and you like, hey bro, take me to the store. He, come on, bro. I'm finna bag this one right here, bro.
Like,
And you like, bro,
bro.
like nigga, I'm hurting, bro. I like you gotta take me. Nah, bro. Just give me a second. No, nigga. You feel me? Or if it is your woman and she's sitting there because you don't want to bring that to her, baby. I'm fucked up. Did nobody tell your ass to get drunk?
Bro, you know it. You know it. Cause I'm
Nobody
not.
told you to get
I'm
drunk.
not.
I'm
Cause
just
I'm
fine.
not.
I'm just fine. So you got that's when they start calling you by your first name, like your
Yeah.
government. No
Like,
nicknames.
I,
All
you been
right,
calling me
Silani.
babe,
So you
Jay-Z,
fucked
all
up?
type of shit all night, and
Yeah,
now
I'm
now
hurting.
I'm Josh.
I'm hurting right now. You know.
You ain't lying though. It's like they
Uh,
really be like it. Like you know what it is? Cause my girl know this too. I'm usually hella nice when I'm drunk, right? So
uh-huh.
I feel like it's that'd be too. I'd be like, baby, I'm fucked up. I told your ass not to drink that much. Cause she know I'm not like I'm what I'm a you right, babe.
Yeah, you right.
I'm
I
fucked
promise
up
I'll
though.
never
Like
do it again. I never do it again. I ain't gonna never be in this position again. And that's what you be telling yourself in the moment. You be telling yourself in the moment, like, I'm never gonna be like this again. I will never allow myself to get to this point.
never. I
Never.
will.
Nigga, 2 months later,
You
nigga,
be
yo,
telling yourself, you telling yourself, I quit drinking. I ain't drinking
I ain't
anymore.
even drink. This
I'm
shit ain't
done.
even
I'm done with
fun
that
like
shit.
that. Shit ain't even, this shit ain't even fun. Oh shit. Okay, people. We're gonna go into the next topic of discussion. Brother to brother, when in a relationship, should you be responsible for each other's personal insecurities. I'll take a stab at this one first, bro. I'm gonna say this: when it comes to insecurities, that those are all things that we pick up throughout our life. You feel me? And we, as people, we have them for a multitude of reasons. Be it family, be it friend, an experience with a co-worker, anything. You know what I'm saying? You have those
Yeah,
different insecurities because of your environment, and they aren't something that somebody else can. Um, how do I say? They aren't something that somebody else can just clear for you. No matter what you do as a partner, you will not be able to push a person past those insecurities. They have to make that decision for themselves. Now you can aid them in it. You know what I'm saying? If a woman was with a man who never protected her, right? And then you become the protector for her. But she'll still have that insecurity of this man doesn't have my back until she decides, it's time for me to let that go. Um, is it our responsibility for a person to grow from those insecurities? The only time it's your responsibility is when it's a relationship insecurity, right? Because before y'all made a commitment to each other, you signed up for that. At least you should have. You feel me? You should have known what are you coming with? What baggage are you coming with so that I know what I got to prepare myself for. Now, granted, sometimes people don't dive that deep into, the relationship that they're about to start. Sometimes relationships happen and you don't realize that they're going to be as serious as they are. Um, but you should, you know, people should always have that conversation to say, yo, what's the baggage? Yeah, it all seemed cool with us, you feel me now, but what do I gotta look out for? You know what I'm saying? And if a person agrees to then go on this journey in this relationship with that person, then yeah, um, that relationship insecurity, it becomes a part of your responsibility. It ain't all yours, but you feel me? You have to understand that you're going to have to play a part in that overall growth because you signed up for it. I give you an example, right? And this isn't about an insecurity, but it's about the overall responsibility value. It might be that person's 80% responsibility, it might be 20% yours, right? Just like if, I take out the trash. I'm the man, I'm gonna
mhm,
take out the trash. That's my responsibility. But it's your partner's responsibility to make sure that the food that she ate goes in the trash can. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna take this shit out. Once he get full, I'm gonna wrap this shit up, take it to the trash. I'm gonna put out the trash when it's time to put out the trash. You feel me? But you have to also do your part in putting your trash in the trash can. You know what I'm saying? Because if you just leave that shit sitting up on the countertop, then you're not doing your part. You feel what I'm saying? And if that makes any sense, I feel like it's not entirely my, job to get you to get over insecurities, relationship insecurities. Because if you're talking about an insecurity with a parent or a sibling, if you're talking about um even personal thing like your beauty, right? For women, I'm gonna be stereotypical here, so I'm giving a FYI before I even say it. A lot of women deal with that insecurity of their own natural beauty, right? You can have a man that tells you you are beautiful every day. You can have a man that tells you, baby, you're slim, or you can have a man that tell you, baby, you thick. But it is on that person to decide if they want to accept that or not, because they're the one that got to look in the mirror. They're the one that's going to continue to look in the mirror and be like, I'm not satisfied with what I see. You feel me? So yeah, even when you do your part as a partner to try to buffer those, those insecurities, it still falls on the person to show growth on their own. So responsibility level, I'm gonna say 80-20. You feel me? It could even be 25-75. But at the end of the day, I know personally my insecurities are my own. There is nothing that anybody else in this world could do to make me get over them. You feel me? Like you could help out a bit, but if I don't commit my own self to say, nah, I'm gonna let that go. You know what I mean? I'm not I know that I'm this, or I know that I'm better. And I use myself as an example, but truth be told, I don't got a lot of insecurities. So, but
And they
but
might not, but what's crazy is they might have been an insecurity at one point in time. You realize, right? Like this is what it is, or this
yeah,
is what I have to whatever it was. You feel me? A nigga realized that at the end, like this ain't gonna change, or like this is what I have to deal with, so I'm gonna make this shit work.
absolutely,
Like fuck making it
absolutely,
insecurity, I'm actually making my strength. You feel me? Like, or I'm just not gonna allow it to hold me back, type shit.
absolutely, absolutely. So yeah, 75-25, man. It's the responsibility of mainly the responsibility of the person, and then of their partner to kind of just play the main cheerleader within their own mind or within their hearts.
So I I agree. I agree with you to a certain extent, and um, but my initial is I don't think I don't think anybody's responsible for anybody's insecurities other than themselves. You feel me? And for me that goes. But and when I say this, y'all, I mean this shit. It's probably hella biased. You feel me? Because just like I was saying at the end of the shoot statement, like I don't have no insecurities. You feel me? And if I do, maybe I'm just not aware of them. You feel me? But like in my own mind, like the things that I quote unquote should be insecure about, like my hair loss and height. You know what I'm saying? My ankles are skinny, like little calves. You know, it's like man, like I can't go past 145 pounds like ever.
Yeah,
Like you know what I'm saying? Like shit like
and
I
again,
don't
those are physical.
like you right. You feel me? But
Yeah.
and I can't think of any in my mind, right? Somebody have to point them out to me and really make sense of what they're saying, what they see in the insecurity in mine to make me acknowledge it. Because emotionally, I feel like I don't really have any like that. I don't. I'm not. I'm not afraid to. I'm not afraid to love. I'm not afraid to hurt. I'll cry in front of y'all, and then right after getting done crying in front of a bunch of strangers, if a nigga want to fight, we can fight right after that. Like, there's not. There's not too many things I can really think of that what I'm saying make
Mm-hmm.
me feel insecure. Like I'm not an insecure nigga with my woman. Like I could be in a crowd of niggas looking at my woman. I'm not gonna be the nigga trying to fight everybody because they looking to me. That's a compliment. Oh, you like what I have? That's tight. But she with me. You know what I'm saying? And then
Mm-hmm.
on the flip side of that shit, if you take my bitch in front of me, that was never my bitch. I'm not finna
Hey,
sit
now
here and
tell me,
try to,
were you
you know what I'm saying?
were
Like,
you with I believe it was me, you, and and our brother Bryce, and we
mhm.
was in the car. This was years ago. We was in the car with his pops. I believe it
uh,
was you because he damn near was like dropping us off at the house. Um, and his wife at the time went into a store. Like we stopped off at a store, and
mhm.
when she got out the car, mind you, it's niggas in front of the store, like 2, 3 niggas in front of the store. You feel me? He like,
Yeah,
he hop out the car, and I want to say Bryce had asked like, like Pop, like you not gonna go in with her? You feel me? Because when she hopped out the car, mind you, she was a good looking woman. You feel me? So when she hopped out the car, obviously niggas is checking her. You feel me? They
yeah,
looking. So he like now, son, why would I do that? Right? You feel me? He like, if I gotta go in there with her, to let everybody know she mine, she not really mine. You
Right.
feel me? But I just say that to say like that because that shit. I mean, it's absolutely true. That's that could have been a form of insecurity. But again, to flip that and be like, yo, if she gonna go in there and let a nigga peel her, then she not really with
Yeah,
me.
like what? And what I'm tripping for? Like, and that's not to say, right? Like, I feel like people say, well, insecurity. I mean, like, I wouldn't feel bad. Like, no, it probably hurt my feelings. You feel me? That
Yeah,
shit, like,
yeah,
damn, like I fucked with you. Like, it would hurt, but I'm not that. Like, I'm not a. It's not gonna make me afraid to fuck with you though. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hmm
like that's not gonna be enough, or it's not gonna affect how I treat you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
that's what I'm saying. But what you were saying, right? And I don't think I've ever thought of it like that until you said the part of maybe some relationships you didn't think were gonna be as serious as they were, or you know what I'm saying, didn't see where they were going, and then they became very serious. You feel me? Um, and that makes hella sense, bro. Because it's like, right? I'm under the impression it's everybody's because I've always had to do it, right? And maybe that's what makes it not fair. And I gotta stop doing that shit. Like the standard of myself, I hold everybody to that standard. You feel me? But I only do that because I don't feel like I'm better than anybody else. But at the same time, like everybody feel different, everybody go through shit differently. You know, so it's like
hmm
I guess it's not fair to force my view on shit just onto everybody. But I do it because I genuinely just believe in everybody. But I truly believe like everybody should deal with their own insecurities because I've always had to do it. I did it and I got past shit. Like it is what it is. It ain't gonna hold me back. I'm not gonna allow this little thing that I am the only person who has the ability to get over. Allow me to settle or like
right,
be held back. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause to me in my mind, it's literally that. Like you have the ability to do it. Only you. Cause it doesn't matter how many times someone likes your picture or or you know what I'm saying, someone gives you a compliment or anything like that, it's like all it takes is like one bad thing to be said for you to, you know what I'm saying, for that insecurity to overtake again. You
of
know what I'm
course.
saying? Until you decide like I don't fucking care about
hmm
that. You know what I'm like I just don't care. Like that's cool. You have your opinion. Oh, thank you. You have your opinion, but I love me and I care about me. And
Yeah,
at the end of the day, I got me. You feel me? Um, so so I get that. But when you said the whole you don't the conversation sometimes don't get brought up, right? Like what do you
yeah,
come with?
yeah.
You feel me? That
Sometimes you
that
don't.
that stood out hella big to me because it's like you go from having hella fun, maybe even fucking around and everything's peachy to where like now we in a relationship. But there was never that that whole getting to know each other shit, that whole getting
Absolutely.
to know each other point, like that's where those talks come.
That baggage
Like where
conversation.
so you feel me? How did you come up? And I'm not talking about what kind of house did you grow up in? No, like what are your morals? Like what do you stand for? What don't you stand for? What have you experienced? You feel me? And if people don't want to open up or people are afraid to go there, you know what I'm saying? Early, it should be red flags for people. And that's not to say that everybody should feel completely open talking to, you know what I'm saying, people that they're about to get involved with, I guess, about this shit. But it would just make sense. You know what I'm saying? Because I know there's a lot of people who go through a lot of shit, rape, molestation,
hmm
fucking, you know what I'm saying, being adopted, like, parents beating on them, like all type of shit. There's wild
Yeah.
shit that go on in the world. You feel me?
And those are
But
physical
yeah, yeah,
insecure or physical
insecurities
traumas that turn
that
into
lead to mental
mental
to mental
insecurities.
insecurities. You
Yes.
feel me? And it's like, but at the same time, we as people, right? We can't hold. How can I say this? We can't hold everybody to the same standard of the person who said that to us or made us feel that. You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Like, am I saying this shit right? I feel
Yeah,
like I could say it better.
you can't put it's the Usher song, His Mistakes, you know. You
Yeah,
can't
like
put.
you can't put that. You can't, and that's
I
one thing I feel
can't
like
be
I'm really.
paying for his mistakes. Is essentially what Usher said in the song. You feel me? Like,
You feel me?
so
And that's facts. Like cause you're only hurting yourself at that. You feel me? You can't treat everybody like your abuser, basically. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Or you just can't do that. You can't do that shit because then it's just a repeat cycle. You do that to somebody else, and that person turns out like you, and now they're doing it to somebody else, and it just goes on and on. And that's what's so crazy about ain't shit nigga, ain't shit bitch. What you think made both of them? It's like,
yeah,
what came first, the chicken or the egg? What? Well, one of them did it, and then the other one did it back, and it just kept going. Like it just never
yeah.
stopped. It don't matter. It just didn't stop. You feel me? It's always so we people just ain't shit. But yeah, that part of the conversation or those type of conversations not happening prior that because then you know 100% what you're
You
signing up
know
for.
what
You're
you're
not
coming up for.
assuming or
Exactly.
guessing. You know what I'm saying. Then you can make an actual choice
Yeah,
versus
I'm.
things start popping up. You know, so which
Yeah.
let's be real. You're not always gonna get everything out in the
No,
open right
you're
there. You
not.
know what I'm
You're
saying?
not.
Of course, there's gonna be things that come up and all that shit. But to get the bulk or at least an idea of where
Yes.
somebody's coming from before you're already in love and you know what I'm saying, invested in shit, and
Yeah.
then you're like, whoa, hold on, wait, this is you know what I'm saying? That definitely, you feel me?
And I
Definitely.
think
So
like what happens over time, bro, is that when you in a relationship and you don't have that pre game, conversation that I say, or that baggage conversation, you get to a certain point where, let's say, you in love, and then that person feels like, but you should just know. You should just know
yeah,
me, and you should just know my ticks and my insecurities. And it's like, yeah, but I don't know, because
yeah.
that topic has never been, that subject has never been broached. So I don't know what is going to set you off one way or another. I know from what I've seen from the point that we started talking, but I don't
And then on
know
the
your
opposite,
your past.
and then on the opposite end of that is like you might know when we if we don't have that talk, then there's also the part of like, well, you only know what you've seen of me. You feel me?
Yeah, that
You
should
don't
go both
actually
ways.
know. You know what I'm saying? You don't actually know
Yes.
how I rock, or you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
I
How
tell you
I
what
approach certain
what I used
situations.
to
You feel
do,
me?
Brett.
Like,
What I used to do, and um, I don't know if I ever said this to one of the fellas, but what I used to do when I used to talk to a woman, I used to be like if I was going to actually, like, nah, this gonna be my girl, right?
yeah,
Or my lady, my woman, whatever stage of life I was at, then I would have to always I would ask, what can you not put up with? Right? I always used to, what can you not put up with? What do you mean? Meaning, if I go fuck another bitch, can you deal with that?
yeah,
You feel me? Like, cause
right like that.
cause
Let's
then
get let's
I
get the
know,
let's get that out the way. Like,
right? Cause then I know, oh,
what's
okay,
the
where my cutoff point is at, right? And it's not to say, oh well, shit, he gonna go fuck another bitch, but it's just,
mhm,
this is what you told me was the end point. You feel me? This is what you said. I said, okay, cool. We agreed on that. So from now on, I know, you feel me, what I can and can't do. And it's the same. It's the same with me, because obviously, when I would say stuff like that, a person would be like, well, okay, well, what can you? All right, well, this is what I would want. Don't be putting my business in the street. Don't be
yeah,
cheating on me. You feel me? And we'll be good to go. Don't disrespect me. You know what I'm saying? Try to disrespect me physically or mentally, and we're gonna be good to go. You know. And then that's when because from that point on, then yes, you can get and you can dive deeper in the conversation with a person. Well, why don't you want to be cheated on? Because I've been cheated on before. Why, you know what I'm saying?
mhm,
Why don't you, or and I know I'm using the most basic example, which is cheating, but it can literally be anything, because I even want, viewers on YouTube and the listeners on all the platforms to understand that when you talk about insecurities, it's not just physical insecurities. A person could have mental insecurities too. A person could have an absolute that a mental insecurity, such as they're not good at math, right? And every time you act, or let's say reading, there's plenty of people who aren't great readers. So when a bill comes or something, or you get to go out to eat, she might take a little longer to read that motherfucker. You get a little impatient. Baby, why you taking so long? Go on and order something. But if you're not knowing that, she has this, impediment, and it's an actual insecurity of hers,
it's hella funny you say that shit.
Then you feel me? Then you don't know that, right? But you saying it funny, like, nah, but like, man, why you taking so long? Come on, man, hurry up and order something. And then now that sets her off. What do you mean? I don't know what I want to eat yet. Okay, you know what I'm saying? So
no, but see, this is okay. But see, this is where it comes back to the will of the person, bro. Because on my mama, it's funny you say that shit. I am the slowest reader in mankind's history. I can spell, I can read. I just read slow as shit, like slow as fuck, right? And I think a lot of it is I double back on a lot of shit, like in the middle of reading it. Like I'll not even mean it. Like it's just something that my mind does on its own. You feel me? But my whole life, like someone to show me a text message, be like, "Look what this bitch said. Or, look what this dumbass nigga said." And I sit there and they be like, "Damn, nigga, like it wasn't even that much. You finished?" I'm like, "Hold on, bro. Let me." They're like, "Bro, like what the fuck is wrong with you?" Like, and mind you, that could have been, like you said, a mental insecurity, right?
Yeah.
But I knew I don't give a fuck that I read slow, nigga. Like, I read slow. Yeah. But I read it, and I can explain what the fuck she just said to you, so dumb ass, because you the one asking me what this bitch said, bro. What this mean? Okay, so shut the fuck up talking to me like that. So no, fuck that. The bitch better get over that dumbass insecurity. If you do math slow, at least you know how to do it. Just do it right. As long as you ain't leaving out of there with the wrong amount of change, bitch, you're okay. You're good. Fuck what them niggas talking about. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what I'm talking about. Man, fuck that shit. Fuck these niggas and what they think. If you do math slow, just make sure you're doing it right.
Yeah,
just do it right.
Just make sure you got the right answer.
Because at the end of the day, right? Math is only gonna equal one answer. So as long as you take, it don't matter if you take 30 minutes, baby girl. As long as that number come out, what it's supposed to be at the end, you did your motherfucking job. Fucking insecurity. Fuck him.
Look, and a lot of it, I'm gonna say this, and then I'll move right on. A lot of it too has to be with the fact that we're men, and even now in a more sensitive age, and sensitive meaning in touch with your emotions. Even still, a lot of men, our insecurities are usually, described in three ways. Our insecurity with a woman, our insecurity when it comes to money, and our insecurity when it comes to maybe the way you look. You know what I'm saying? And even that third one is like because it be some niggas who look like dust, but nigga,
I would say performance in bed. I would say performance in bed over.
You said looks, performance in bed?
I would say performance in bed.
I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're a man and you care about your performance in bed, nigga, something's wrong with you. For one, you're clearly not doing a good job. That's
what I'm saying. That's why I would say that's why I feel like that would be an insecurity for men though, because I feel like believe it or not, believe it or not, bro. Look, we be giving niggas benefits of the doubt, bro. No. These niggas out here don't be knowing what they doing and won't say it because it's insecurity. But in their head, right? They don't be knowing what they doing.
Y'all fucking
and they don't know and they don't know. And they women ain't being honest with them. So these niggas, they either overconfident or hella insecure. Like there's no middle ground, bro. There's no middle ground, bro. Niggas don't care what they look like though, because niggas know they can. If
That's
they
what
go
I'm
get a bag,
saying.
it don't matter what you look
It
like,
don't
bro. It
matter
don't
what
matter
you
what
look
you look
like.
like, bro.
That's why I said,
Or it be
that
funny shit.
third one is rare. You feel me? That third one is very rare. So yeah, you might be right. I just can't. I just feel like this.
You giving niggas benefit of the doubt. That's
No,
what's
I'm not. I'm
crazy.
not giving them
You
a
giving niggas
benefit of
benefit of the
doubt.
doubt
I'm
right
just
now.
saying if you
Niggas be
care,
insecure about their performance, bro. Niggas be insecure about their
if
performance, bro.
they
I'm just fucking
care
with you.
about their performance, that like if you care about your performance, then you know you're not doing a good job. So that ain't no insecurity, nigga. That's not an insecurity. That's something that you need to work on, brother. That's what are we talking about? That's not an
What you
insecurity.
saying? Yeah.
That's
If you
something
even
you,
gotta think about it, yeah.
yeah.
You even got, but
If
see,
you
but that's how I know it's not an insecurity. Shoot, that's how I know it's not an insecurity for me. I ain't never gave a fuck. I don't give
never,
a fuck.
listen. When I'm done, I'm done. Oh well.
That's it.
Get what you get. Don't throw a fit. Because I'm out. Hey, we're going to move on to the next topic of discussion, man. It was a great weekend of football. I must say, I enjoyed this weekend of football more than I have in a few years. This was some good football being played. You had the Packers versus the Bucks. The Bucks ended up taking that and securing their spot in the Super Bowl. Then you had the Chiefs versus the Bills, and the Chiefs end up doing what they've been doing all year and securing their spot to the Super Bowl. So, brother to brother, the question that we have is Mahomes and Brady, they coming up. Will this be the battle of the GOAT spot?
I
Let me just, can I say
I
this?
was
Can I go first?
yeah.
No, it
Go
won't.
ahead.
No,
No.
it's not. It'll be the battle of the new era versus the old era. The GOAT, as it stands, is Brady. And yes, Pat has come on, and trust me, I believe that he will do what Bron has done for the NBA in terms of changing the GOAT debate because he's doing it so young. And if we have to look at Tom Brady and say, damn, could I see Pat Mahomes doing this at 42, 43, whatever, however old he is, 43, I think, then it's much to look forward to, whether he captures, more championships than Brady or not. But as of, 2 Sundays from now, whatever, no, it's not the battle of the GOATs. It is the battle of the new era versus the old era. If you see Pat Mahomes do what I suspect he was always going to do, which was win another fucking Super Bowl. If he does that in 2 weeks, it will officially be the closing of that old era. You feel me? Even though those old guys will be there, but that will be it. That game is deciding the eras. Who is better? Can the old guard still do it? Or is this newer generation just too talented in every area of play? And you know what I'm saying? That's what we're going to see. That is the buildup, not the battle of the GOATs. Pat Mahomes, he don't have enough hardware yet to be considered the GOAT. Right now, he's the best of his era, absolutely, hands down. You feel me? He's the best of his era. But to be considered the GOAT, no, you gotta have more hardware, and much like I said with Aaron Rodgers, you got to do it multiple times. You can't just it can't be, you feel me, one, it can't be two, it gotta be multiple, man. It has to be multiple. And that's even competing, even if like this is Brady's what 10th time going to the Super Bowl. He got 6 of them, right?
Ninth or 10th, some shit like that.
Well, he lost.
He got 6. He's got 6.
Yeah, he lost 2 to Eli. Then he lost 2, and then he lost 2 more. So 10, right?
Who do you
Yeah, it's 10.
Who do you lose to? Who do you lose to?
Well, I mean, he lost one more. Sorry. He lost one more. This would be his 10th one.
Oh, he lost. Then they lost. Hey, shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
If y'all can see
Shut
him,
up.
if y'all can see him, the dog is giving him zero respect.
It's fucking crazy. You see right there, little bitch.
You are clearly no longer the alpha in the house.
Crazy.
But no, it won't be the battle of the goats. Battle of the new era, and or you could say the battle of the goat for the next era, sure. But
shut up. Shut the fuck up. Yeah. Why I gotta talk crazy to y'all for y'all to shut the fuck up?
They don't respect you.
Kobe. They don't respect the size line up their ass.
But yeah, so no is my answer. And I'm very glad that you did not put Aaron Rodgers in this conversation at all, because I think this past Sunday said exactly what I've been saying, which is, you got to get there more and you have to win. It can't be no, but nah, this happened. No, bro. If you got the chance, if you got the opportunity, yeah, exactly. I know you don't care, which lets me know it is not about observation when it comes to Aaron Rodgers. It's about what you prefer, which is fine. If you prefer the nigga,
that was terrible coaching. Who doesn't go for it on 4th and goal with Aaron Rodgers on their team?
Listen. Was it?
Who doesn't go for it?
Was it the coach's
with the whole season on the line?
Was it the coach's fault? Was it the coach's fault that he couldn't convert on 3rd downs? Was that the coach's fault as well? Because he had multiple of them. Was it the coach's fault that?
No, just be honest with yourself real quick. Just be honest with me real quick.
I'm being honest.
If you say no, listen. I'm gonna ask the question, and I want you to say it to the people. And
I've been honest. I've been honest.
Coach Shu, 4th and goal.
I'm going for it.
Your season on the line.
I'm going for it.
You have Aaron Rodgers on your team.
I'm going for it. There's no.
Okay,
there is
so
no question.
Stop.
There's no question. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. But what I will say is this though. If the quarterback is who they are supposed to be, then we don't need to be in that position anyway.
It doesn't matter.
That matters.
It doesn't matter.
Because we can't sit. That matters, bro. We can't sit there and say the game came down to one play. The game ain't come down to one play because you played all them quarters.
It came down to a blatant, and then the terrible pass interference call on defense. Come on, bro.
So did we not? So
we gonna stick to topic. We gonna stick to topic.
Was the game played in 4 quarters or was it played in 4 downs?
What does that mean? That
means a lot. That means a lot.
But that call didn't mean a lot.
No,
that one call didn't mean a lot.
That call meant a lot.
Just like that one play in New Orleans. Just like that one play in New Orleans. That didn't mean a lot. Don't tell me that's not time. Hold on, but don't tell me that's not time.
But you already put us in the hole. Don't tell me that's not time. You already put us in the hole.
It doesn't matter. The game's supposed to be played how the game's played. So just like you said, you should have put them in the positions. Hold on. If the quarterback's getting blamed for putting his team in those positions, then the referees have to be held accountable for making terrible fucking calls at key moments in the game. It's all within the game. It's all within the game. It's all within the game.
Leave it to the refs.
No. Then don't stop changing the rules. Then stop changing the rules. Don't give me opportunities. Hold on. Don't give me opportunities to challenge shit. Don't give me opportunity. You want to know why they implemented these rules? Because they know the refs are fucking weak. Otherwise, they wouldn't. These rules would have stayed the same. They wouldn't. They do it in the NBA now. We're reviewing everything.
Aaron Rodgers sympathizer.
We're reviewing everything.
Sympathize with.
We're reviewing everything. We're reviewing everything because these niggas are fucking bums. So don't tell me that. Don't tell me that the ref hasn't been that bad to where now we're implementing rules that we're challenging pass interference.
Did the ref play 4 quarters at quarterback? Did the ref play 4 quarters?
No, he played 4 quarters and fucking blew it in the 4th quarter.
The ref moment to shine.
His moment to shine, and he blew it.
The ref didn't suit up. The ref didn't suit up.
And then it was late. It wasn't even like it was thrown where it happened. Bro was throwing the fit, and then they threw the flag. That's crazy.
You cannot blame the refs for not putting
I can't
you
blame the
in
coaching,
position to
I
win.
can't blame coaching.
Yeah, the coaching that coaching decision was dumb.
That was
Absolutely.
It was garbage.
That coaching decision was dumb. You're not gonna get no argument with me. I tell you what, when that shit happened, I was sitting on the couch, me and my oldest, Yanni, we sitting on the couch. I said, oh, they're gonna go for it. And they didn't. And I said, oh, okay, they're gonna kick it. That's exactly what I said. And I'm hearing the announcers talk, and they're like, oh no, he's about to go for it. And I'm like, yeah, I thought he would go for it too, but I guess not. I'm looking, and then the announcer, it was Romo, right? Was that who I was hearing? Yes. So listen, because this is funny. This is the funny part, right? I'm listening to Romo tell us why he didn't go for it. Like, nah, because he didn't say nah, but he's saying, look, they have these timeouts. They're going to wait for the 2 minute. That's going to be a fourth timeout for them. And then they're trying to get the ball. And I'm like,
you're giving the ball back to Tom Brady.
You're giving the ball to Tom Brady.
Giving the ball back to TB12, my nigga.
That don't make sense.
What are you talking about?
Hey, what are we talking about?
What are you talking about?
You don't give the ball back to Tom Brady with 2 minutes to go.
Our season's on the line, and we're giving the ball back to Tom Brady.
You don't do that.
That's what we're giving the ball to.
You don't do
crazy,
that at all. So you feel me?
From
definitely coaching decision. Absolutely. I can say that shit was absolutely terrible. You know what I mean?
It was so cold. Is like,
and I know we getting away from the initial topic, but yeah.
What was so cold about the shit is I felt like every momentum swing where it looked like the game was gonna get out of hand for Green Bay, from what I saw, Aaron Rodgers responded from. That's why, for me, right? You can't say he didn't answer the call because it looked like it was going to get really ugly. He had an opportunity on 4th and goal, doesn't go for it. And then the terrible, I don't care what no one says, bro. If feet get tangled, that's not PI, my nigga. If my feet hit your heel because you running around and your foot, my shit tangle your shit, from what I know in the rules, feet is involved. No hands. It was feet. And then obviously Burr started tripping. There was some hand, but it was like, bro, he's already tripping at that point. For you to call that PI right there, especially when you ain't been calling that shit all game, because I watched highlights.
Well, see,
I didn't get to watch a lot of football. That shit was weak, bro.
That's
like,
the biggest thing, right? I watched the whole game. I watched both games that came on. The biggest thing that people should be harping on when it comes to the reps, which at the end of the day, I stated my point. And I've always said this. Don't leave it in the judge's hands. Don't leave it in the ref's hands. You feel me? I've always said that, right?
Terrible when that happens.
But listen,
bro,
what I will say about this Sunday's game is the fact that that particular handsy play, it wasn't being called on both sides of the ball. It wasn't being called all game. You feel me? And so when it comes down to refs are in the game just as much as players in terms of mentally. So they know, hey, look, if these motherfuckers get a first down, it's probably game over. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking the same shit that all these other teams are thinking as well. So for you to call it at that time, sure, you feel me? I will give niggas that to say, look, that's a bad call. But again, not to harp on it, but you can't leave it to it can't be disputed.
You're right. It's trash when it's blatant. Just give me that. Can
on
you
the
say
other
that for
side,
me? It's trash when it's blatant. Can we get that?
It's trash. It's trash. But at the same time, think about this, right? Think about this. At the same time, you got a quarterback playing another game. Later on in the day. Was the Chiefs and the Bill games up for debate? It could never be up for debate. Why was it not up for debate? Because niggas did what they were supposed to do. They didn't leave it in the ref's hand. And leaving in you feel me?
No, but
You
see
get out
that's
there.
a game of matchups too though. The Bucks were
No,
better on
it's
the
obviously
Bucks
it's
defense was
obviously
still
a
better than
game of matchups, but at the same
yeah.
time, it's like you always gotta
The
remember.
Bills wasn't
You
Bills
feel
wasn't
me?
ready. I was rooting for the Bills and the Bills wasn't ready for
Yeah,
this.
you was rooting for the
That was
Bills, nigga. I'm gonna call
yeah.
Patrick Mahomes and
I
tell him,
hate see
nigga.
yeah.
The
Call
fuck?
him. Fuck it. Take a picture. I don't
Shit.
give a fuck. Fuck that. I
Nigga,
don't give a
tell
shit.
that
To
nigga.
answer the original question,
Yeah.
I feel like it will be a topic because people love storylines and
Do
how
you
quick
feel like
Mahomes is
it
doing.
is?
Me personally, I feel like it's up for debate because of how quick he did it. For me
So
personally, no, I
so
don't
you
think he
putting
would
Pat
be.
up there?
No, I said for me, Tom Brady is still the GOAT.
Oh,
To
okay.
me, Pat Mahomes. I was just having this talk with Rel and Moore the other night. To me, right? Brady solidified it when he got 5. Ultimately solidified it when he got 6. Right? Because Joe
Absolutely.
Montana is still to me. Pat Mahomes gotta do better than Joe
Four
Montana. He has
things.
to stay undefeated. He has to stay undefeated in the Super
Thanks.
Bowl in order for us to even start talking about that shit.
Yeah,
And niggas need to stop sleeping on Joe. You feel me? Because nigga, that's impressive as fuck to get there 4 times. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And be undefeated. The only reason Brady is considered the GOAT of football is because he has 6 of them motherfuckers. And then if you think about it, like we said, for the past, if you've been watching football as long as I've been alive, you feel me? Tom Brady's pretty much been in every playoff, if not Super Bowl.
Right.
He's like the LeBron James of football.
He's
So it's
at
like,
least
yeah,
contending.
like you feel me? So it's
Yeah.
like there's nothing left for me to say about Tom Brady. He came back on my Falcons in the Super Bowl to win. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, that nigga's the fucking
Yeah, that
he's the
hurt.
GOAT. It did, but right. This is what I can always go to. This is why I could go to sleep at night being a Falcons fan. It was to Tom Brady.
Yeah, it was the time,
If I
Brady.
would have lost, if I would have lost to Nick Foles, if that would have been Joe Flacco, if you know what I'm saying, if it would have been any other motherfucker, I would have jumped off a cliff, bro. But we lost to arguably the greatest quarterback who's ever going to play this game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no
At the
shame in
actual
that.
position.
Ain't no
You know what I'm
shame in that.
saying? I'll take that. Yep. It sucks. It hurt bad. But
Yeah.
nigga, it was Tom fucking Brady, bro. It was Tom. It was TB12, nigga. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
take that. I can take that one. And that's how I'm able to still be a Falcons fan,
You
dog.
know what?
Nigga,
I'm
Tom
starting to
Brady.
because you said what you said about this potential debate. I'm starting to think that I'm just a very harsh critic in terms of the GOAT and greatness.
No, and I think the reason it's gonna be a debate, like I said, people love
Because
storylines,
I
so
don't have
it's gonna be
as
it's gonna
much
be a
as I
talk.
love that, I don't
But
have him up there yet.
no, but it's because, bro, you gotta think about this, right? Because this is part of what we were talking about with Rel Moore. This nigga, he's been in the league for 4 years. He's only started 3 years.
Sure.
He's got an MVP already. He's about to go to a Super Bowl, or he went to a Super Bowl, won it. He's going back to back now on his 4th year. If he
Yeah.
wins 2 in 4 years, yeah, like
Yeah.
it's because his projection is going to be like, oh, he can get 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah. Of
it's
course.
just because
Of
of
course.
where he's at in his career. That's why I think it's gonna be it's gonna be a conversation. Yes, people are gonna try to push that narrative. Do I buy it? No, because it's football and shit can change like that. You feel who's to say Deshaun Watson don't end up in the NFC on a stacked team and now he's really got some competition in the NFC, not only with Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers, but now he got young bull in the NFC that's balling. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you never know what can happen with football. So, and fucking Matthew Stafford could go to an NFC team and change some shit around. I believe in Matthew Stafford's talent still too. He just played for the fucking Lions his whole career. So it's like there's so much shit that can happen in football to where it's hard to be like, yeah, but his projection alone, just off what he's done in such a little amount of time, yeah, bro. I feel like it's gonna be a narrative. I feel like it's gonna be something people can push. And if you're talking about projections, nobody, right, that I can remember was on this pace this early in their
Nah,
career,
not
bro.
this early. And it,
Year three with a
yeah,
year
and
three with a
that's
Super
why
Bowl and
that's why I
MVP
said
already. Like
that's why I said I understand it, and it ain't that I hate the argument, because again, Brady is in his 21st season. Pat is in his
some wild
fourth.
shit like that.
You know what I mean?
Fourth.
So if
You
I'm
got
looking,
20 years of Pat?
yeah,
Like
like
what?
if I'm looking at him, because Brady talking about he going to 24. He said 3 more years, so that would put him at 24 years. So essentially, we talking about, could I see Pat for the next 20 years? Yeah, I could see him, and then you feel me, for the next 20 years. And do I think that he's going to be this much better than the field? You feel me, for the next 20? No, but at this point, his his fall is gonna put him on par with the field, anyways. You feel me? So it's like, oh, okay, like nigga, I could see you constantly competing. I'm just big on this, right? I don't like giving people who don't have the amount of time that it should take to judge them on. I don't like
Yeah.
giving them stamps yet, bro. I've never done it. Even though Pat has won and he's headed back, I'm not gonna do it. You feel me? And I don't like talking about putting people in that, like, that greatest conversation until they're really completely done. Unless you are somebody like a Brady or LeBron, where it's like, everything I'm doing, bro, nobody else is doing. Therefore, it's undeniable that I will be, you feel me, one of the greatest ever. Like, because what I'm doing right now, amongst all of my peers, nobody is doing that shit. You feel me? That I can judge. But and that's a lot of the reason why I don't like ranking Aaron Rodgers now. I tell you that all the time. Like, his greatness to me is undeniable. He's a great player. He's gonna go down as one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play. Where he falls in on my list, I don't know, because I gotta see the rest of the career go out. You feel me? It doesn't look like it's going to trend in the manner that others have him high on for me.
Yeah.
But you feel me?
But no, that's why we had our talk, and I clarified that he's the greatest to me. He's the greatest
Yeah,
quarterback talent I've ever
right,
seen.
right.
Doesn't necessarily say the
And
positions, you know what I'm saying, accolades and all,
yeah,
but front if you're telling what I see on the field,
right.
right? Yeah, put him in other people's situations. I feel like Aaron Rodgers would have been, you know what I'm
Would have
saying?
done that, right.
Yeah,
And
that's
even
what when
and
I
so
say that.
even with Pat, right? And I just say this, and we'll move on to the next one. Even with Pat, I love Pat. I love what he represents. I love, you feel me. He gives me that Russell Wilson vibe in terms of he
Yep.
gonna be squeaky clean. You feel
Yep.
like, I love having an example of a young black man like that and leading the National Football League, which needs a
Yep.
lot of change in, you feel me, its structuring in terms of who are the most important people. You feel me?
Right.
So I love that. But again, it's still early, because while I don't expect that he'll come out and lose to Brady, you could. And if you did, then now you would be 1-1, and you lost to somebody that is
Yeah.
essentially, like, you're supposed to be the successor to him. That's the only guy, you feel me, that you're taking the mantle from, of the best. You feel me? Like, it's him. That's who you have to take it from. And now he's standing right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So what are you going to do? It's similar to when, in my eyes, it's similar to when Cam went up against
Peyton.
against the Broncos and Peyton.
Yeah.
We knew Peyton was on his way out, and we was like, but we already ranked Peyton. We was like, nah, bro, like, he's one of the greatest ever, nigga. You feel me? Arguably the best. Cam, are you gonna be able to take that mantle from him? You know, had he done it, I think that shit would have pushed Cam further ahead in a lot of people's minds. He didn't do it. It was, you feel me? It was on full display. And then you see what we got now. So, for Pat, you just got to come out and you got to do it, and you got to consistently do it. You know what I'm saying? You got to consistently do it. I don't like giving people that stamp of approval before they've accomplished everything that they can accomplish. Put it to you like this, nigga. You know, when 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 RG3 and Luck came into the league, we had people that were saying, "Bruh, he's gonna be a multi-time Super Bowl winner, and he gonna win this many MVPs, and he gonna be a instant Hall of Famer." And then the career didn't last. It's not to say that the career wasn't a good career, but the career didn't accomplish what you said it was going to accomplish. You was giving them stamps of approval before they had ever done that shit, and you can't do that. You got to actually allow them to grow, allow them to take their lumps, allow their career to be done, and then you can look at it in its entirety. You know what I'm saying?
But see, that go back to what I said. I said in the beginning. To me, it's about the storyline, and that's what a lot of these motherfuckers be
Of
going off.
course, of
They
course,
talk about the same thing every single day. You feel
of
me?
course.
So in reality, yeah, it's the storyline, and it's gonna be some. Don't be surprised, nigga. Next week,
Yeah,
for the
I already know it.
next couple weeks, when niggas is like, is Pat Mahomes if he beats Brady? Now on the flip side of that shit, right? Before we leave this topic, if Brady wins this one,
Yeah.
there's no debate. Like I don't give a fuck what the next. I don't care who win the
With the
next three
next,
Super Bowls,
yeah,
bro. Like yeah, like he could go three in a row, bro. It won't fucking matter. The nigga has seven.
yeah.
What?
Somebody
Seven
said
Super Bowls,
if he
bro.
win, he gonna retire. I said, nah, I don't see that. I don't see the nigga
You can
retiring.
argue, bro. On my mama, if Tom Brady wins seven Super Bowls, you can argue that he's the greatest athlete ever,
Nah, because when I think of athlete, I think of athleticism.
bro. No, I know what you think of, but he's a
Yeah,
winner,
I don't.
and that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
people
yeah.
remember.
We could say, yeah,
Them-
we could say
and that's what I'm saying. Like,
he's one of the greatest
bro,
one. And even then, bro, I'm gonna be like, I've never seen the nigga play, but I still have to go back to the ghost in. I mean, he's not a ghost, you feel me? So let me not put that on Bill, but to that ghost in that Celtics uniform, and that's Bill Rudd, nigga. It ain't no nigga. If I play 13 years in a league and I win 11 championships, I don't give a fuck who was out there playing. I don't care if there was only 6 teams in the league,
I'm not
bro.
impressed. I'm not impressed with that shit.
I played 13 and
I'm
I
not
won
impressed.
11. I
That's
coached one of them teams
no,
while I played.
I'm not impressed with that shit.
Nah,
Blood
bro.
was like 7 foot playing against 6 foot white. No.
No.
You want to talk about no athleticism? He was playing against all the niggas with no
Yeah,
athleticism.
absolutely. He was. Yeah, he was playing again. He was athletic than a
That
motherfucker.
shit ain't impressive to me. That's like me playing with the Mexicans and Alan Witt. Nigga, that shit ain't impressive. That shit ain't impressive, nigga. I remember I beat one Mexican nigga Alan Witt. I said, bro, if I beat you, you gotta give me your other Modelo. I beat that nigga. He was salty as fuck that to give me that goddamn Modelo.
Playing niggas while drinking beer.
That
That's
shit ain't
crazy.
that shit ain't impressive. You don't get points for that shit. Nigga got
Playing
Alan Witt
niggas while drinking
championships.
beer.
Fuck that.
All right, bro.
Fuck that.
We're gonna keep it sports. We're gonna keep it sports. We're gonna go to the Brooklyn Nets. I just checked the score that they won. So their record now with Kyrie being back is 2-2. I want to brother to brother. Do you think that what we're seeing from them is the beginning of the worst outcome for them, or do you think that it's just a blip? It ain't nothing to talk about. And before I let you answer it, I want you to keep these things in mind. Since Kyrie has been back, they played the Cavs in Miami. They played them both twice. They lost to the Cavs twice. They played Miami. They beat Miami by 4 the other day. They beat them by about 13 today. Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero did not play at all. Bam Adebayo had 38 in one game. He had 26, 10, and 5 this game. And I'll let you take it away from there.
Honestly, I don't like them on paper. I just think it's too much ball handling. amongst the two guards. But from what I've seen, when Kyrie wasn't there, Harden looked more like a point guard than Kyrie has ever
Harden looked great. Him and
on that
KD looked
team.
great.
The chemistry is great. So, I mean, honestly, I don't know. I think it's too early to tell. I know how I feel about Kyrie, and that's that him more than anybody, right? Even with James Harden coming over the way he came over, Kyrie Irving's a bigger distraction to that team than anybody else. And I mean, and that's just I'm just being honest, bro. Like I don't. That's what happens when you think the world flat. I don't know. Shit ain't my
Some
fault.
niggas.
But no, I just and he just comes off as too like he just think he too cool for school. Like I understand. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying mental health and nothing of the short. You
he's
feel me?
clearly
But I
he's
just feel
clearly
like
battling something mentally. I can see
something.
that
But
in
it's
his
like,
interviews.
but like at the same time, like there comes a certain point of like professionalism. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Even to like teammates
Absolutely.
and shit like that, bro. Like I don't know. And they can say they cool with it and all that type of shit. I'll tell you straight like this. If I was Kyrie's team, I don't give a fuck if I'm the
As
bench
a
player.
former athlete,
If I'm Kyrie's teammate and I'm not getting any type of forms of communication on what's going on, like I'm gonna feel some type of way, bro. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, what you're telling me is you think your life and what you have going on in your life is more important than what I have going on in my life and what I have going on. Because when we come to this gym, we come to practice here, and we come to be this team, we're also supposed to check that shit at the door until our job is done. You feel what I'm saying? So for you to feel that way, that sense of entitlement to me is fucking crazy, bro. Especially when you have people on your team like KD and now Harden, who let's be real, bro, you're a big athlete, but both of them niggas is have done more in their career than you have, bro.
yeah.
And you the nigga out here talking about taking personal time and all this like that shit rubbed me the wrong way. If I was his teammate, it would rub me the wrong way. Like I said, I don't know the level of forms of communication he's had with his teammates or what was said or what they feel needs to be said. I'm just speaking on my behalf. If I
Hmm.
was in that locker room, like I don't give a fuck if I was the bench player, bro, the practice player, my nigga. I'm like, yo, bro, what the fuck is going on? You feel me? Because at the end of the day, you taking my spot too. You feel me?
Yeah.
Type shit. Like, what are we paying this nigga all this money for when you got niggas? You know what I'm saying? He don't want to be. I don't know, bro. Like I said though, I don't know where his mental's at. I think, and it's fucked up to say this, bro, because I love Kyrie's talent, but from what I've seen and all the bouncing around I've seen, bro, to me at this point, I just feel like most teams are better off without him, bro. Like, and
Yeah, I agree.
it's fucked up to say that shit, bro. Because like I said, he raw, but like if you want to do the shit you doing, bro, like go to Chicago, my nigga.
Yeah. You need somewhere
You
where
feel what I'm saying?
nobody's
Like,
really at.
bro, like no one cares. No
Yeah.
one's trying. Go to Detroit, bro. You you know what I'm saying? Like no one's trying to get better. You know,
Hmm.
we're just kind of just a team that's floating around. Like go do that and do that your whole career. You feel me? Like stop acting like you want to. Stop acting like you want to be the man and you want to win a championship. So like, or if that's even what it's about, I don't even know what it's about for this nigga anymore. For being all the way real, you feel me? Like, do you
Yeah.
want
When
to
he
be the
left
best? Do you
Cleveland.
want to win? Like, I don't know. So it's like, what niggas don't even know what you want with this shit no more. You feel me? And if you just want to be a person, because I think I've heard him say that in some interviews, like sometimes I just want to like then retire. Like Stephen A said, then just fucking retire. You got enough money. You're well
Yeah.
off. Like
I think that
what?
comment, I think a lot of people took that comment by Stephen A wrong. But I honestly I think he hit it on the nail, and I think he's privy to more of Kyrie's mental state than what most are.
A lot of people think Stephen A. hate on Kyrie, bro. That nigga, he's just harsh on him because he wants the best. Like I feel every Kyrie fan, we just want the best out of Kyrie. And let's be real, y'all. We haven't seen the best of Kyrie since he stopped playing with LeBron fucking James.
And that's important.
That's the last time we've seen great Kyrie. He was decent for the Celtics, and then he got hurt, and they did better without him. Then he left. Fucked up that whole or came back. Sorry, he was hurt one year. They did bad. They went into the playoffs. He came back the next year, fucked up all the team chemistry. They let go of that nigga.
Yeah.
But you want to be the man? No, no one wants you to be the man. Everyone is starting to realize why you were a lottery team without LeBron James when you were in Cleveland. Because
Yeah,
you're a great ball handler, great, a great shooter, and great getting that to the rack. But what else? You haven't you don't got a winning record without another superstar next to your name.
yeah. I mean, honestly, bro, damn near all the points that I was gonna make, you hit them. Um, I can see from the very first interview that he did, um, when James was already with the team, but he wasn't back yet, and when he came back, um, you could see it in his face. You could see it in his body language. He was laying over a table. He said, you know, I'm really, really excited and I'm really, really happy. But his facial expression never changed. That's weird to me. You feel me? Because when I'm really, really excited, when I'm really, really happy, like as I'm saying it, I'm thinking
Yeah.
about it and I can't stop the joy from coming to my face. You feel me? Like I'm like that shit is funny, but at the same time, it's like I seen that and I was like, oh no, like mentally, you are whatever demons you're battling, you feel, and I use the word demons, not to vilify him, but I'm
Nah.
saying that he's going through a battle. So he has to fight these mental demons. And so I think these demons that he's battling right now, I think it is taking a toll on his life in general. Like I'm gonna be real with you, bro. And this is I tried to keep myself from even having that thought, but I'm like, he looks like he's going through stuff, and his behavior is so erratic and it's so
Mhm.
against the things that he will say from day to day. He
Mhm.
looks like he's having a mental breakdown. He looks
Mhm.
like that he's in a position to do harm to himself. Take it how you want to take it for what I said. I ain't gonna say exactly, but because I don't want to put that in the air.
Man, like,
But
but
but you know
as
what
you
I'm
say, but
saying?
it's the blank stare in the face. It's
Yeah, it,
the
it it looks bad,
like,
man. It looks bad,
what
and
what you got wrong?
we could all sit back and be like, well, we don't know what he's going through. We don't know what he's going through, but we've also seen people in media, and we've seen people in our day to day life. We've seen people in our day to day lives that are going through things, and you just know it. When I was in, I just give you a. It wasn't the last time, but it was the first time I saw somebody trying to do physical harm to themselves. You feel me? To do physical
Mhm.
harm to themselves. I was in middle school, bro. In middle school, had to stop a girl from slitting her wrist in the back of an art class. You
Oh
feel
hell
me?
no.
From in the back of an art class, bro. This is real shit. Now, I see the young lady now today. I'm glad that she seems like she's got her shit together. You know what I'm saying? But I knew then, like, oh no, this mental health stuff is serious.
Yeah.
For anybody who might be like, well, damn, shoot, what makes you an authority to talk on his mental state? Let me tell you something. I worked as a security guard for 3 years. 2 of those years, I worked in psychiatrics. I watched them every single day. You feel me? Sometimes we had to put the restraints on them. Sometimes, like I'm telling you, because I was physically there, I saw them every single day, sitting with the attendants, with the doctors that would deal with them, all of that, bro. So I've seen the conversations that people have to have with them to pull people off the ledge, and you see it, bro. Like I'm telling you, I see it in the boy eyes. Is again, there's no excuse because I give him no flack. If you battling something, bro, you should separate yourself from basketball right now. That's why when Stephen A said that shit, I said, no,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Like you should retire right now. You should try to be.
It's almost like a Andrew Luck situation. Like
Yeah,
Andrew Luck was depressed and beat up, and
exactly.
he finally realized like, yeah, I need to just go be a person,
Yeah,
and
I need to
that's what I'm saying.
separate
Like that's
myself.
okay. Like
Yeah,
if that's what you need to do, then do that, but don't don't say that, right? But then not want to walk away from the privilege and the blessing of being a
exactly,
basketball player.
exactly,
You feel me? Like
exactly.
don't do that. Don't
And
do
you're holding
that.
back. You're holding back people that I'm sure you're looking them in their face and saying, "I care for you." People like
Yeah.
People like Kevin Durant. People like
Hmm.
James Harden and them, DeAndre Jordan. All of them people that have vouched for you and your well
Yeah,
being.
and put
Right?
this shit together. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, bruh.
So you're holding them back when you do that. In terms of basketball, because I know we stuck with Kyrie, but in terms of basketball, yes, it's very early, but telltale signs for me always show up later on, anyways. Y'all lost to the Cavs back to back games. You lost
Mhm.
one game where all three of you played. The next game, Kevin Durant said, "Nah, I'm not gonna play. I'm gonna sit out. My Achilles is bothering me. Whatever." That tells me that Achilles injury is going to continue to be bothering him.
Mhm.
That's not good for
What they having
chemistry.
tightness?
Tightness or whatever. He set out the next game. He set out.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? He set out the next game. Now, he set out fine. But it reminds me of what the Clippers did last year, which is thinking, oh no, we could just take games off when we need a little bit of rest. And then we could just turn it on when we need to. You guys aren't a good defensive team. You let the Cavs put up 140 something points on y'all. Every
Yo,
point guard in the league right now is looking at Kyrie Irving and licking their lips like, boy, I'm coming. Because they know, as dope as people say, oh man, Kyrie is box office. He's a showstopper. It's cool. But it's a lot of these young point guards and shooting guards that's sitting there like, bro, but I'm that too. You feel me? So
yeah.
if he gonna go for 30 something, I'm gonna go for 30 something too. Cause he's not gonna be able to stop me. You feel me? And if y'all can't stop people, that's going to be a problem. There is not one defensive presence player that I see that I can be like, oh, nah, he gonna get them right.
Yeah, they
Nobody.
traded him. They traded Jared Allen.
Yeah.
He's fucking trash. He's a
Like
fucking idiot.
there is nobody on that team. Then y'all play Miami. I can assure you this, and I think you said it too, um, off camera. Miami is going to be here when Jimmy Butler and Tyler Hero come back. If the rest of you niggas in the East think they some suckers,
Yeah.
they gonna
The East
prove you
go through
wrong
Miami.
again. They gonna
The
prove
East
your
go through
ass wrong
Miami.
again.
I don't give a fuck what
You
nobody
feel me?
say. The East go through Miami. They could be the fourth seed in the playoffs.
Bruh,
Playoffs come, the East
playoffs
go through
come,
Miami. Nigga.
they're going to
Period.
be ready. You know what I'm saying? And so for you to play Miami in two very close games, because even the game that they played tonight, they won by 13, but the game was close the entire time. Miami led for most of the damn game, until it was about closing time, and then talent takes over at that point. But again,
Hmm.
if you beat them by 13 and their two leading scorers aren't even playing, then why would I assume
Unimpressive.
that when those guys are on the court, you're going to be able to do something with them? I don't, and even when we're talking about defensively, this is for Kevin Durant and for James Harden. James Harden is playing pretty much point guard right now, and I think he's doing a hell of a job. But at the
He's
end of
doing
the
a good
day,
job.
at the end of the day, bro, you gotta stop somebody.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, if you see Bam Adebayo going for 38 one game and then 26 the next game, can you please guard him? Like,
Please.
show us that what
Especially
Clay
when the other niggas ain't playing. Ain't nobody else
exactly.
playing.
Like
Why the fuck you ain't guarding
you have to show us more than that, because if you just think you're gonna be able to turn it on come playoff time, you wrong, man. That's not how.
me? Man,
It's just
what
not
you
how the
expect from
game
the biggest
goes. You
bitch in
feel
the
me?
NBA? What you expect from the biggest bitch in the NBA? Not too much. Biggest bitch in the NBA.
That's not even a basketball statement, bro. That's not. It's not a basketball statement, bro. That's not what we're talking about. You don't gotta call him
That's
that
what
right
I'm
now.
talking about.
You don't.
That's what I'm talking about. I hope he hear this shit too.
You ain't gotta call him that right now. You
Biggest
know,
bitch in the NBA. What's this like? It's 15 or some shit right there.
year.
Oh no, no,
Nah,
it's not like
this
it's
ain't
like
his
his
15.
13. My bad.
Oh,
Feel
you
like
oh you
it's
said
15.
team. Oh, you stupid. This nigga.
That nigga done play for Oklahoma. He done play for Golden State, Charlotte, Indiana. KD gonna go now Brooklyn. Yeah, nigga.
Hey, all three of them niggas then played for like three teams. So they
That's what I'm saying. Like you
for
niggas
sure
is
they
just bro,
played for
like
like three
fuck,
teams.
bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Like don't
Um,
get me wrong. Like don't get me wrong. Brown's done the same shit, but Brown's won to every team he's played for.
absolutely, he's brought a championship. Absolutely, without
On
question.
every single one of
You
them, and
feel
not
me?
had the greatest roster. So yeah,
Without
bro, y'all
question.
niggas is just you niggas is
Without
fucking pussy,
question.
bro.
All right, man. We're gonna
Biggest bitch
go.
in
We're
the
gonna move
NBA.
on. We're gonna move on to the next topic of discussion. This one is an interesting one. I have no clue where you pulled this one out of. This one is a would you rather. So, brother to
Nerd
brother,
alert! Nerd alert!
this is a nerd alert. This is a nerd alert. Brother to brother, would you rather be a werewolf, a vampire, or a zombie? And why? I don't know why you even put zombie. Who the fuck is picking zombie? That's just
I
why would
don't
you want to
know.
be a
Hey,
zombie?
I figured like 3 was better than 2. I
I
don't
mean
know.
it is, but no, bro. I'm gonna answer this first. No, fuck no, I don't want to be no zombie. I would never want to be no zombie. I ain't gonna lie. Want to be. I damn near want to be a werewolf. I know most like most supernatural shows always show the vampire as like stronger than the werewolf. But most of the time, they also show that the werewolf is like the vampire's only weakness. Um,
Mhm.
and on top of that, I think as a werewolf, I could still live somewhat of a normal life. You feel me? Like as a vampire, you got to stay in the house, or you know what I mean. You can't. What can you do, bro? You got to stay in during the day. Like, and as much as I love being a homebody, bro, I don't want to be in the dark in the house all day. That's not fun at all. You feel me? Now, granted, they get to live a long ass time. But I think
So
as a
the werewolf.
werewolf,
So the werewolf.
yeah,
Werewolf.
as a werewolf, you get
Werewolf
to
shit.
live long. I don't know if they consider them like immortal most of the time, but I know you get to live. You're not dying like 100 years
That's a
to
good question. They're not immortal, but they don't. You're not gonna. It's very rare, I think, that they die from like natural causes. Like you
yeah. You
definitely get
feel
an
me?
extended life,
Yeah,
but I don't think they're not.
cause
They don't
that
get the
cause at what
immortality.
like 100. I mean, come on, like I give you what's the one Underworld? Is
Yeah,
that was right? Yeah, in that
yeah.
movie, like nigga, them werewolves was hundreds of years old, just like them vampires. You feel me?
But
So I'm like,
no,
yeah, I
it
could,
could be. It could be.
right?
Actually, it could be. It very well could be. They just had a weakness of silver and shit. So,
Yeah,
I mean, in reality, you could be immortal and just had that one weakness.
but I don't give a fuck about silver. I can use brass or something. I ain't worth, nigga.
That's good. I
I
like gold anyway.
I eat with chopsticks, nigga. I ain't the fuck, nigga. I ain't worried about no motherfucking silver. So yeah, man, I'm gonna go with werewolf on this one. Vampire, I just can, and I feel like every time I see a vampire, they're supposed to be like brooding and like just hella like stuck up. I wouldn't want to be a part of that group. I don't want to be a part of that group. You know.
All right, so I feel what you're saying about the werewolf, but I'm definitely going vampire. Vampire
Here you
because
go.
not just because after all the shit that I've seen on vampires and werewolves combined and all the shit, I just feel like they were always the more sophisticated race. So nigga, like you said about like not being able to go out in the daylight. Them niggas got daylight rings. You know what I'm saying? They always come up
They
with these
do
slick ways.
in
They
in
always come up with these
uh
slick ways to go about shit.
in
To where
Vampire
I feel like,
Diaries and
yep,
the
and
originals. Yeah, they
the
got
originals
vampire rings.
exactly. You
Yes.
feel me? So I just feel like they were always a step ahead of shit. They knew that they had things out there that were superior to them. So basically, I feel like they were just as stupid as it sounds. They were
Smarter. Oh,
the humans of the
supernaturals.
underworld or whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it. Yeah, like they would use they had super things, you feel me, which made them kind of equal with everybody. But what put them over the top was the fact that I can actually though like think and use, you know what I'm saying, and build, and they would do these
Ain't
certain
that
type of
fucked up
things.
though? They always make like the werewolf seems like they like the dirty trailer park. Like
Yeah, they just barbarians and shit. They did. They always did. And what's cold is right. I would love to be the thing that a werewolf is, but at the same time, you got these vampire niggas who's just out and end up being like a top dog vampire. So we're like, I'm not worried about werewolves. You feel me? And I'm out
yeah,
all day,
you could
and
be.
I'm doing my, you know what I'm saying. So I feel like the vampire thing would the only thing I wouldn't like, but I wouldn't care because I'm a vampire is I wouldn't want to be sucking on no blood. Like that shit
See,
just
and
don't that
that's
don't
another
sound
thing.
good to me.
See, as a
Yeah,
werewolf,
that
my
shit
nigga, I can roast some
you get
chicken and
meat.
I'm good.
Yeah,
You
the
feel
meat. Yeah. So
me?
that's my only thing, and it's gotta be human. Like you
Yeah.
become a pussy if you just start drinking the bag blood of like you know what I'm saying. So that would kind of be weird. But like I said, if I'm already a vampire, I probably don't care at that point.
But see,
So fuck it.
okay, so I'm gonna ask you this then. I give you two choices. This is a tangent one, but I give you two choices.
Uh,
You can have you can do what they do on the originals where they be drinking the animal blood, but that shit make you a little bit weaker.
uh,
Or you could do what Blade did. Remember, my nigga he had the little serum. It
taking a
wasn't,
shot, taking a shot.
yeah, it was like the little serum, you feel. Now that shit made you weak too, until I
Yeah.
think like the second or the third one. Then he had one that was like it was just average. Like, you feel me? That shit didn't. If he drank that, nigga, it was the same as drinking blood.
I'm gonna say I'm going with the animal blood just because I wouldn't want to have. I feel like there's always gonna be animals. I wouldn't want to rely on the serum
Somebody
because
making
who's to
it,
say they don't?
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Who's to say that nigga don't get killed or you know they don't? They find that nigga and that shit stop production. Like I don't want to have to worry about finding the next serum nigga, the next serum nigga. So I would definitely be a little bit weaker just off the animal. But if we being real, I'd say fuck it, fuck the animal blood. I'm gonna just eat people. I'm not gonna like it.
You'll go to eating
I'm gonna
people.
do that.
See,
Yeah,
and this
what?
is another thing.
I'm trying
Okay,
to be strong. I'm a
listen,
strong
bruh.
vampire. I ain't no
Okay,
bitch.
look. What
Like
kind
my
of
first day, I ate like five niggas. Like,
this nigga trying to be a
I'm out there
ripper?
out here looking like, dang, nigga, like, oh.
This
He said
nigga's
ripper. Yeah, I'm a ripper, nigga. I'm tearing heads off. I'm sucking blood and ripping niggas' heads off.
this, this nigga trying to be a ripper, man. Look,
Yeah.
I'm looking at it like this. Okay, what kind of vampire you talk? Are we talking the originals? Are we talking Are we talking Blade? Are we talking Supernatural?
Nah.
You feel me? Because
I'm
you know
talking, I'm talking.
Supernatural had them vampires too.
The best vampires I've seen on television, in my opinion, were the originals. That's
Yeah,
why
they were dope. But
that's what
what
I
about
base my standard of vampire off of.
okay?
Them niggas was
Did you ever watch
intellectual.
like
They was
did you ever watch like
what?
Buffy and
Yeah,
Angel?
Buffy. That was my shit. Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
that was cool. That was
so
alright.
what of a vampire like that? Because that nigga got to move about.
Nah, you ain't lying. Like it was nothing. But
You feel
nah,
me?
I wouldn't. Nope.
Nah, he wasn't.
Still
That nigga
original.
wasn't.
It's
He wasn't.
original. They wasn't fucking with the
He
originals.
wasn't Klaus in them. Nah.
Klaus? I'm Klaus, cause that's what I'm saying. I'm Klaus. Stop playing
He
with me.
wasn't
I'm not
Klaus,
taking
bro.
no shit. You fuck with my family, I'm killing you, nigga. I ain't even talking about it. I'm coming. I'm what? I'm ripping hearts out of the chest. Yeah, I'm with the shit. And see, Klaus was cool because he was a hybrid. Klaus wasn't even
Yeah,
full vampire.
my
Klaus
nigga
was
was
hybrid.
wild,
He was
bro.
vampire. He was vampire and werewolf.
My
And
nigga was
if
wild.
that was a choice, I would have. See, that's what I should have did. I should have did werewolf, vampire, or hybrid. But
Yeah,
obviously,
because
I want to know we both for the
who
same
the fuck
idea.
is
Who we the
pick? Ain't
most?
nobody picking zombie, bruh.
Ask the people. Ask the people. Would y'all would have picked zombie?
I
Would y'all
don't
pick
think
zombie,
nobody
people?
picking no zombie.
Would y'all
Y'all
pick
can
zombie?
send us
People
a
watch The
message.
Walking Dead. They love that shit. Who would have picked zombie? If you would have picked
Nah,
zombie,
and
if you would have picked zombie,
you
let me
too
know why
easy
you
to
would have picked
kill.
zombie.
You too easy to
No, you
kill as a
not.
zombie,
No, you
bruh.
because just like you said, no, because wait, because you gave me options, right? You gave me options for
Yes.
the vampires and shit.
What you finna?
I know you seen World War Z. Them
Yeah, them
motherfuckers
motherfuckers
wasn't
was
easy to
wild.
kill, and they was
Yeah,
fast as shit. That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
So
they
it's
was
like, what
wild.
kind of zombie are you? Because if you one of those, you might be top dog. I'm gonna be real with you.
Or like Resident
And you
Evil
running, and
zombie.
you feel me?
Yeah,
Come
because
on,
them
there's
motherfuckers
different
was
types.
different.
I think
Yeah.
you just thinking of Walking Dead. Like, no, I'm not talking about
Yeah, yeah. If y'all ain't
where they
trying to be no
only
Walking
scary and
Dead
you feel
zombie, nah.
yeah, like
But
you don't
see
want to be
that,
one of them.
bruh, but I can't be no zombie just for the simple fact, bruh, they look ugly all the damn.
He said that
No,
ugly. He
hold
said I
on.
can't be ugly.
Hold on. Let me correct.
That nigga said I can't be
They
ugly.
always
That
look
nigga
like
said
nigga.
I
They
can't.
got meat hanging off their neck and shit. Who wants to do that, bruh? But they did
Yeah.
have a show on I think it was the CW actually, and it was called iZombie, where the girl was
Yeah,
like,
that shit was weak. That shit
yeah,
was
where
weak.
she was like she was a zombie, but she ate
Like
blood and
a
she
zombie
still,
detective or
yeah,
some dumb shit like
yeah.
that. That shit was weak.
I remember that,
And
but
it had hella seasons or something like that.
yeah, I believe
Like
it
that,
did
you
well.
niggas like
It did
crazy.
well.
I like weird shit. That shit was.
Definitely
I
did
love
well,
zombies,
man.
but that wasn't it.
All right, man. We're gonna go into the last topic of discussion, and that is brother to brother. Last year we got blessed with steady stream of anime. It never stopped. This is another nerd alert. It never stopped. All those other shows had to be put on hold. Movies didn't come out. Anime said, "Nigga, here you go. We keep rolling." You feel me? So brother to brother, what are your most anticipated anime shows or movie for 2021? And you got a lot, especially with I sent you
Yeah, I
the
didn't get to look at it.
IGN list. I sent you the
I didn't get
IGN
to look
list,
at it.
but I know Netflix got a bunch that are, the ones that are coming out. I want to say like
I
next
didn't get
month.
a chance to look at that motherfucker. So run down some of them. I'll give you
Okay,
mine,
so
and
let
then
me
you gotta think of yours.
all right. So I'll run you down a few.
Yeah.
So from let me see. From the IGN list,
Uh-huh.
we have they're going to finish off the Bleach series. Anybody that knows Bleach is
Ooh, that's
they're gonna
raw.
yeah, that because that
That's raw.
last part they never finished off. They just let the manga finish off, but they never actually finished off the anime portion of it.
That's
Uh
raw.
so they're gonna finish off the Bleach series. Dr. Stone season 2 is coming out, Stone Wars. Reincarnated as a slime, season 2. Then you got like Rising of the Shield Hero, My Academia.
My
Um,
academia. I'm excited. I thought that shit was over with.
nah, that shit
I didn't think they was
still
doing another
rocking.
season. I
Hell
thought they was
no.
done with it.
But that shit, that's one of the top dogs now. They ain't letting that shit
Yeah,
go.
that's why I was surprised. Maybe it was just maybe I heard it wrong. Maybe it was just the season ended so damn fast.
Yeah,
But
nah,
like
hell no, they ain't letting
that
that
was a
go.
quick ass season.
They
Yeah,
got
some I heard someone. I was hurt. Like what the fuck? I felt like niggas got started.
they
Oh
got
shit.
Demon Slayer is also coming
Oh
back.
no, I'm tripping. It was Seven Deadly Sins. Seven Deadly Sins is
Oh
done.
nah, no, that's done. That's done.
That shit hurt me.
Yeah,
That's the
that's
one that
done.
hurt me.
That's
That
done,
shit
brother.
hurt my soul.
Um, they got a lot of stuff coming back. They're going to Netflix has Baki coming back.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Yes, sir. You know that's my shit.
yeah, they got
Barbie.
Shaman King. They're bringing back Shaman King from the start. Um, it's
I mean,
yeah, Shaman King was the story of
is that the
uh
RPG? That's not an RPG game.
no, well, I think they did
RPG
have a
where they're living
game.
like no, I'm saying they're not living like in an RPG world,
No, no,
right?
no, no, no. This was about a boy who could like see spirits and use them to fight.
Oh, hell.
And essentially it's this shaman tournament where people like him go and they fight to see who could
That
be the
might be
king of spirits, right? And if you get the king of spirits, it's almost like becoming God. You feel me? And so you
oh
can
shit.
rearrange the world and how you want it to be, whatnot. But they're bringing that back. Let me see what else. Let me see what else. What else? I'm looking it up now, people. Give me a second. I said Baki. You got Baki coming back. B Stars. I don't know if you've seen that. That anime was I had no clue that it was what it. I don't know what they call them when they're supposed to be like overly sexualized animes.
Uh,
It's not. It's not a
not
hint.
the
It's
actual
not a
porn thing. Yeah, not
hentai.
the
Yeah, it's
actual
not like
porn.
a porn. It's like it's just overly sexualized. You feel me? And but that shit was
Extra
it.
big ass titties and the
Yeah,
girl, like
like
all the women characters are ridiculously proportioned. Yeah, I know what
yes.
you're talking about.
And it
I
was
know what you're talking
but it was cool because they made everybody in the city like an animal, and the way that they were reacting to one another, like this wolf wanted to be with this bunny, but wolves
about.
eat bunnies type shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it was good. Yeah, man. I just rambled off a bunch of them though. I
yeah, I
got a
definitely say
bunch.
I'm excited about the My Hero for sure, for sure. Bleach, that's tight that they're bringing Bleach back. I feel like I haven't watched Bleach in a long time. And
Yeah,
then
because they stopped. They stopped. They never let us see how it ended. I mean,
and then even when they had
I read how it ended, but they never let us see how it actually ended.
and then even when they had it on Netflix or Hulu, whatever the fuck they had it on, they only had like one season.
Yeah, yeah,
So
it
like
wasn't
you
all of
couldn't,
them.
it wasn't everything. Some things I wish they would bring back. I know you didn't mention them, but I wish they would bring back, even if they just ran the whole series again. You feel me? Like Yu Yu Hakusho would be tight to see.
Always
Like
a great one.
remastered though. You
Remastered.
feel me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
remastered, like you know what I'm saying? But how you do your DBZ now and the My Hero and all that shit, like
yes.
remaster Yu Yu Hakusho, do that shit to Inuyasha. You feel me? Bring these
Hell yeah.
classics back, man, because
I
it's like.
believe there's a show with
Yeah,
like Inuyasha's daughter or some shit like that. I haven't seen it.
I don't care about that. I don't give a
Oh.
fuck about that. I want to see my nigga, man. Cause he was bro. Let's be real, bro. He was the coldest nigga, bro. Like Inuyasha was one of the coldest animes, bro. And I feel like niggas just don't talk about it no more. Like
I think they
that
try to
nigga's
put
life
it in
so
like that
dark.
lover boy category,
Yeah, like but it was love hate. Like he hated that he loved the bitch, and I think that was what was that was what was so beautiful about it. And then let's be real, it wasn't even the same bitch. She just reminded him so much of the girl who had control of him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That it was like she was like her twin or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It just reminded him so much of her. And then come to find out, she got control of this nigga now. So that shit, like that shit was tight, man.
Yeah, nah,
That shit was tight.
Inuyasha for
That
sure
shit was
is a
raw.
is a classic, bro. And I think even the overall character, some of those characters, um, now, like when you talk about his brother, when you talk about his
Yep.
father was like this big ass fucking demon, like
His brother was so
you
cold.
yeah,
His
like
brother was
his
so.
family was fucked up, bro. Like he had a
He
hard
looked
life
like a
at
bitch.
first,
He
bro.
was cold because his brother looked like a bitch too. He looked
But
like a
his
straight
brother was the
female
nigga
nigga.
though.
That nigga was so hard, bro. Oh my god, bro. Like,
But his brother was the
yeah,
real
it was
one
one of them
though.
niggas that whoop your ass with just a nonchalant look on his face the whole
Yeah.
time. Like, it was just so effortless for bro. Like,
Oh
swear,
man.
any y'all should have angry ass nigga. His brother was, but he was a cold
Yeah,
motherfucker,
bro. I
cold
think
individual.
I feel like it oftentimes it does get pushed into like that lover boy category. So it don't get the recognition in terms of being like an action anime that it should. And even the villains that he fought, like he fought some villains that people use versions of now. Like I remember watching Naruto when I was younger, or I remember watching Naruto and then remembering that the seven the seven deadly swords or seven mixed swords, like that was characters that Inuyasha had already fought. You feel me? The seven
I
swords of the
felt the
mist,
same
some
way about
shit.
some of I felt the same way about some of them big ass monsters and shit that One Punch Man be fighting. I'd be like, bro, I swear to God, some of these look like Inuyasha
Yeah,
demons.
like
You
their
know what I'm saying? Like,
references to those
yeah, like
characters. Yeah,
which would be
definitely.
tight, and it would make sense because, like I said, it was one of them ones. Like,
Well, I
but
think
yeah, like he was a demon, like he was a demon fighter. Like
absolutely
he fought demons, bro.
demons
Like
all the time, bro. He wasn't just in love all the time, like, bro. He was
like
fighting.
he was
Every episode, he was punching on something, bro. Every episode,
every episode,
you
like
know. I think the
saving villages that he didn't even give a fuck about. Like
yeah.
like literally didn't give a he just
Like
like
niggas
didn't give
hated
a
him
fuck
in the
about him.
village, bro.
Yeah, but
Niggas
he's
hated
saving
it,
you
but
niggas.
he's
Like
saving
that
them
shit is
though.
wild. Ah, he's a demon. You see them ears? That nigga be like, man, fuck y'all.
And then
Next thing
she
you know,
used
he's
to,
fighting for them niggas.
man, she used to always get that nigga with that sit boy shit. That was
Yeah,
some
sick
old
boy.
other
That
ass
nigga,
shit,
bro,
bro.
it was cold because that nigga fall on his chin. It wasn't even
Yeah,
like he could
bro.
fall on his ass, bro. That
My
nigga,
nigga
he
really
get put
be
on his
hurting,
fucking
bro.
chin. He be sick,
Sit
boy.
boy.
Pow!
Damn, my nigga. That shit was hella funny, bro.
Hella
Like,
out of
damn, why
pocket,
she
bro.
treating him like this?
Bruh, like a real
Like he a
dog though,
dog, bro. He's a
like a
real
real
dog, bro.
dog, nigga.
That
Yeah.
was funny as fuck. My nigga was a dog demon. She was treating him like a real dog, bro.
Like a dog, bro. That shit was wild, nigga. That shit was.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
Hey,
be
that's
real with you. I think
huh.
that part of their relationship. It was what kept me on. Is what kept me on for so long, bro. It wasn't even the fighting, none of that shit. It was the fact that right as a little, cause you gotta think I'm way younger watching this shit.
Yeah, hell
It was
yeah.
the
Hell yeah.
fact that it was like he really respected and like he can't do nothing about it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
At a
cause bro,
certain
he
point
tried
he
to try to
stopped
kill
going
the bitch
against
a
it.
couple times.
Yeah, at a
Yeah, I was
certain
gonna
point
say
he
because he was
stopped.
trying to kill the bitch. He was like, how can I get around this shit? Like,
Yeah.
and then it was just one of the things where he was like, fuck it, bro. Like, almost one of the things like that's my bitch. Like,
Yeah.
like
I
shit.
didn't want it to be,
Happy wife,
but
happy life.
shit,
Yeah, like I didn't want none of this, but whatever. She here, bro. Like, all right, you feel me? That shit was
yeah,
hella funny.
man. Nah, that was man, shout out to Inuyasha, man. That was
Right. Classic.
definitely a classic, man. Definitely a classic. Um yeah, that's all I got for today, brother.
That's it. That's all, man. Any
That's all,
closing
man.
statements? Anything you wanna that's it. All right.
Look,
Well,
look,
man, this has been an
we got
episode.
some. Oh, you was gonna say something? Oh, you was gonna
Nah,
close
go
it
ahead,
out.
brother. Go ahead, brother.
We appreciate y'all listening, man. We got some big things coming our way for the podcast. You know, we'll be updating y'all, but you know, over the next 2 weeks, y'all gonna be seeing a lot more of the podcast online and you know, hopefully in your home soon. So got a lot more going on.
Facts. Facts, facts, facts. And man, we're just gonna continue to make sure we get y'all this motherfucker every week. We're gonna stay on top of each other, make sure this shit gets done. You guys are taken care of and we ain't leaving y'all hanging no more for the rest of this year. So with that being said, man, this has been another episode of the Brother to Brother podcast with me, JG, and my brother.
Sure. To infinity and then some. We'll catch y'all next time.
These are the days of our life. These are the days of our life. These are the days of our life. These are the days of our lives. You live in yours, I live mine. Take that bitch, break that bitch, stack your chips. They say we living like savages. These are the days of our lives. You ain't choose yours, I chose mine. Money and drugs, that's a deadly mix. Do what we got to for every cent.